ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। 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 Somvar Vrath Katha. Once Lord Shiva and Parvati visited the famous city of Amravati. On their way, they saw a beautiful Shiva temple and decided to spend some time there. Seeing Lord Shiva in a playful mood, Parvati said to him, "Oh my lord, let's have a game of dice." Lord Shiva obliged her and the game started. Meanwhile, the priest of the temple had come there. Parvati turned towards him and said, "Could you please foretell who will win this game?" The Brahmin gave no serious thought to her question and abruptly said, "Lord Shiva will win the game." Incidentally, Parvati won the game. She was angry because the Brahmin had told a lie. Lord Shiva tried to pacify her, but she cursed the Brahmin that he be a leper. In due course, the Brahmin contracted leprosy and spent a miserable life. After some time, a few fairies descended on the earth and pitied the fate of the priest. On asking him, the priest narrated the whole episode. One of the fairies said, "You observe Monday fasts for 16 weeks without break. On the 17th Monday, prepare some holy food or prasad with flour mixed with ghee and good. Distribute this prasad among the members of your family and take some yourself. You will soon be free from this leprosy." The fairies disappeared and the priest followed the instructions. Soon he regained his normal health. Once, Lord Shiva and Parvati again visited the temple. Parvati was surprised to see the priest. He was his normal self. She inquired about this feat and the priest narrated the whole story. Parvati was happy. She also decided to observe the Monday fasts for 16 weeks. Eventually, on the 17th Monday, when she broke her fast, her beloved son Kartikeya, who was displeased with her, appeared and said, "O dear mother, what is that power with you which you have called me back? What is the mystery?" Parvati said, "O my dear son, all this miracle is due to observing the Monday fast for 16 weeks without interruption." Kartikeya's Brahmin friend had been in a foreign land for quite some time. Kartikeya said, "I shall observe Monday fast for 16 weeks for the happy reunion with my friend." He observed the 16 weeks fast as per the rules, and to his great surprise, his friend returned hale and hearty. The friend inquired about the miracle, and Kartikeya told him the modalities to be observed for the Monday fast. The Brahmin friend was very anxious about his marriage. He decided to observe the Monday fast for 16 weeks. On the 17th Monday, the Brahmin friend went to a city. The ruler of the city decided to marry his daughter to a person on whose neck his well decorated elephant would put the garland. The Brahmin joined the show. Incidentally, the elephant garlanded him. The ruler of the city gave him his daughter and also a lot of money. The couple departed the next day and were back at their home. On the honeymoon night, the bride said, "Oh, my dear, how is it that the elephant ignored all the princes and garlanded you? How did you succeed on the auspicious moment?" The bridegroom said, "I observed fasts for 16 Mondays. Monday is Lord Shiva's day. It is due to his blessings that I got a beautiful wife like you. My friend Kartikeya revealed the secret to me." The bride too decided to observe fast on 16 Mondays for a wonderful son full of knowledge. Her devotion bore fruit and she gave birth to a handsome son. As the son grew up, he said to his mother, "Oh, my dear, what is the mystery behind my birth? Please reveal it to me." The mother told him how she observed Monday fast. The son also decided to observe the fast to gain a kingdom for his parents. And it so happened that the old king's messenger from a nearby state came there in search of a learned bridegroom for the princess. They proposed the princess's hand for him, and he readily agreed. The king passed away after some time, and the boy became the king. The newly made king continued his fasts for the next 16 Mondays. On the 17th Monday, he arranged a large prayer assembly at a temple. All the arrangements were made well in advance. The king requested the queen to accompany him to the temple for breaking the fast after taking prasad from the priest. The queen refused to go with him. The king had to go alone. The king heard an oracle who echoed, "O king, turn out the queen from the palace, or destruction will fall upon you." The king returned to his palace. He summoned a conference of his ministers and told about the oracle. All of them were taken aback, as it was due to that princess that he himself became the king of the state. They agreed to his proposal only with a heavy heart. The queen was ultimately turned out. The queen left the palace barefooted and in worn out clothes. She was thirsty and fatigued. She met an old lady who had a load of spindles on her head. She was going to the city. She felt pity on her and asked to help her in selling the yarn because she did not know the art of sewing. The queen took the load on her head. Incidentally, a strong wind blew away the spindles, which disappeared in the dusty wind. The queen felt sorry, and the old lady asked her to go away. The queen went to an oilman's house and sought shelter. The oilman obliged her. But as she stepped in, all of his oil pots developed cracks and the oil began to flow on the ground. The oilman immediately turned her out. The queen was now disheartened. She went to the bank of a river to quench her thirst. As she touched the water dried up. She then went to a deep jungle and saw a tank of water. As she went down the stairs and touched the crystal clear water, it became muddy. She cursed her fate and put a few drops of the muddy water in her mouth. She was now tired and wanted to take rest under a shady tree. As she went near the tree, its leaves began to fall and soon it became leafless. The cowherd saw this incident and told the whole story to the priest of a nearby temple. The priest called for the woman. He was surprised to see that the woman had royal features. He consoled her and provided her with all the facilities, but after some days he also got fed up with her because whatever the woman touched became impure, may it be milk, food, or water. One day the priest said, "Oh lady, what curse has fallen upon you? You reveal the mystery." The woman told him how she rejected a proposal to attend Monday fast prayer. The priest understood the whole thing. He knew it was Lord Shiva's curse. He said, "Oh dear lady, you observe fast on 16 Mondays and Lord Shiva will absolve you of your sin." The woman realized her mistake and observed the Monday fast for 16 Mondays. On the 17th Monday, the king said to himself, "My queen left my palace long ago. Her condition must be very miserable." He called for his courtiers and ordered them to search out the queen. The courtiers reached the temple where the queen was residing. The priest refused to hand over the queen to them and said, "Let the king himself come to receive her." The courtiers went to the king and related the whole story. The king was happy to hear the news. He went to the temple and requested the priest to return his queen to him. The king admitted that he deserted the queen to avoid Lord Shiva's wrath. The priest trusted the king's words and the queen returned to the palace. She was given a royal welcome. The king distributed money among the needy and arranged food for the hungry. The king and queen now regularly observed fasts on 16 Mondays each year and lived a very happy life. After their death, they found abode in Lord Shiva's city, Shivapuri. Since then, it is believed that a person who observes fasts on 16 Mondays gets all pleasures and enters Shivapuri after his death.